Hi guys, and welcome to my channel, The City of Starlight. If you have been following me on YouTube or Instagram, you know I am doing a Harry Potter themed month. So for my previous video I got sorted into my houses and I am still a proud Hufflepuff as I was before. And for today's video I wanted to do a Harry Potter themed tag, and I found one on somebody's blog named KimberlyFayeReads.com. I will link that down below in the description. So I looked a bit further into that and I found some similar tags on YouTube, put together and made my own tag because some of the explanations linked to these spells I didn't find very compelling. So I used the idea I found on the blog post and on YouTube, but I made my own tag, so I hope you enjoy. So to start things off, the first spell will be Alohomora. It's a spell that they use to open locked things or open locked doors. The best opening line of a book. And for this one I picked Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone. This is my Dutch edition, so the one I read when I was young. And I also have one of the 20th anniversaries edition, so I will read the first line for you guys. Mr. and Mrs. Dursley of number 4 Privet Drive were proud to say that they were perfectly normal. Thank you very much. So I just thought this was a great beginning of the book because it shows you immediately that this won't be perfectly normal. Thank you very much. It will be a magical adventure which we all know and love. Then the second spell will be Expecto Patronum, so the spell that Harry uses to conjure his Patronus. A book that lightened a dark or difficult period. So for this one I picked Red Queen by Victoria Aveyard. It just got me out of a reading slump. So I saw this one on the shelf of a local bookstore and I was very intrigued by the cover of this, and it was an insta buy for me and I still don't regret it because I love the whole series. And there's a new book coming out, Warstorm, in a few months, so I'm very excited to read the conclusion of this. This one really helped me out of a reading slump and I'm very grateful for it. The third spell I chose was Ridiculous. This spell they use when they want to transform a boggart into something they don't fear as much. So for this one I want to link it to a great plot twist, and I picked Caraval by Stephanie Garber for this one because at a lot of points in the book I was really confused because you don't really know what is part of the game and what is reality anymore, especially more towards the end of the book. There are some things you think that are reality and you're convinced that really happens, and then they switch it all at the end of the book. The next spell on the list is Obliviate. So this spell is used by Hermione. She used it on her parents that they would forget that she existed so they would be more safe. And for this I wanted to link it to a book that I have read before, but I don't really remember the plot of the book anymore. And that was The White Princess by Philippa Gregory. I don't really remember the book all that much. I did watch the television series about it and I really enjoyed it. And I do remember I enjoyed the book, but I don't really know any of the details anymore. So if there were any differences between the TV series and the book, I can't recall them anymore. The next spell is the Imperio Curse. So this curse is one of the 3 unforgivable curses and it is used to make someone do something against their will. So for this one I wanted to link it to a book that someone else made me read or did recommend to me. So I picked the Court of Thorns and Roses series because a lot of my colleagues read them and I cannot wait until the next one comes out, which is the 1st of May and is called A Court of Frost and Starlight. Then the next one is also one of the unforgivable curses, namely Avada Kedavra. So this is the killing one person has survived, which is Harry Potter himself. So for this one I link it to a You Wouldn't Mind Killing. So for this I picked Bellatrix Lestrange to stay in the Harry Potter theme. So I'm really rooting for Molly that she eventually could kill Bellatrix Lestrange because she has taken away Sirius Black from us. So for the next one I picked the Accio spell. So this one is used to summon items to you. So in the books Harry used this one to summon his Firebolt to him when he was competing in the Triwizard Tournament. So for this one I wanted to link it to a book that I would summon at this moment, and I picked A Language of Thorns by Leigh Bardugo for this one just because this is such a quick read. It consists of 6 different fairy tales and I haven't read all of them, so I wouldn't mind just sitting down and reading the next one in line. Next up is Lumos. So this one is used to light up your wand to show you the way, and I wanted to link it to a new author or genre, and I picked 2 books for this one because I just couldn't choose. So the first one is Six of Crows by Leigh Bardugo. So this one I finished a few weeks ago. It was something new for me. So normally I read young adult fantasy or dystopian books, and this is also a fantasy, but it's a really different genre for me, and I really enjoyed it. So I think I will be reading a lot more of this. I already have the second one of the duology in my collection at the moment, so the Crooked Kingdom, and I will be picking it up very soon. And the second one showed me the way to historical novels, which is Philippa Gregory and The Queen's Fool. So this one is a Dutch edition because at the moment I started reading this one, I wasn't as fluent in English yet. So this one really showed me the way to the historical novels I did enjoy. I have a whole video about my historical book collection. If you would be interested in that, go check it out at my channel. Okay, so the next spell is Engorgio. You see Alistair Moody use this one when he wants to enlarge the little spider on his hand in the 4th Harry Potter books. So it is used to enlarge items or animals, and I wanted to link it to a book that just needed more background story or more personality or better characters. And for this one I picked An Enchantment of Raisins by Margaret Rogerson. This was a very enjoyable read. It just needed a bit more story for me, so the love story and the background story of the characters isn't fulfilling enough for me. I did like the book, but it could have used a little bit more. The next spell is Arresto Momentum. So this one you can see Albus Dumbledore using when Harry is falling off of his broom during a Quidditch match. So this one I wanted to link to a book that stopped time or that you read in one go. So those are 2 books for me. The first one for me is A Court of Thorns and Roses by Sarah J. Maas. So I didn't really read it in one go, but I think I finished it in less than 2 days because I was on holiday, so I didn't have a lot of other things to do. As well as the next one, King's Cage by Victoria Aveyard. So the 3rd book in the Red Queen series. So this one as well I read on the same holiday in less than 2 days. So it's very hard for me to finish a book in one go because normally I have a lot of things to do, and even on holiday I need a break from reading sometimes. But I think less than 2 days is still good enough to fit this category. Then the second to last spell is Reparo. So this one is used to repair items, and you can see Hermione uses a few times throughout the series to repair Harry's glasses. And this one I wanted to link to events that you wanted to change or that you wished to repair. So for this one I picked a lot of the deaths during the Harry Potter series. So I think we all know that there are a few characters that we gladly would have saved during the whole series, especially the last 2 books, because there were a lot of deaths during the final fight at Hogwarts. So if I could choose anything, I would wish to undo all of those. And the last spell is Finita Incantatem. So this one is used to stop the effects of another spell, and I wanted to link it to the best last line in a book or series, and for that one I picked the Court of Wings and Ruin by Sarah J. Maas. So this is the 3rd book in the A Court of Thorns and Roses series, and I will read the last line for you guys. When he brushed his wings against mine just because he could, because he wanted to, and we'd have an eternity of nights to do this, to see everything together, a gift, all of it. So I thought it was really nice to end a trilogy like this, because you know there would be a happy ever after, and now we even get a few other books in this series, so I'm very happy about that as well. Okay, so that was it for spell tag. Feel free to use it in your own Harry Potter videos if you want. I will link all the originals that I found down below in the description. And if you want to follow me on my Instagram or Facebook page, please check out the links below. I am doing a Harry Potter theme on my Instagram as well. And feel free to check out my blog for any reviews of the books I just showed you. And stay tuned for the next videos, who will also be Harry Potter themed. Okay, see you guys next time. Bye.